Hamburger stuffed garlic bread. Time to get chewing. We're going to start off with our ground beef. So we're going to put it in the bowl. We're going to go ahead and mix it. Got some garlic powder, onion powder, and of course, salt and pepper. These are a little janky. Then we're going to mix. And I just get right into it with my hand. Gloves are helpful in this process. Now we're going to patty them. They're going to be pretty small because they are going to fit inside your bread like that. Okay, now we're going to cut the bread. I just get the Aldi French bread, and we are going to cut it into half, and then I'm going to cut it again in another halves. Then you see how there's all this bread in the middle. We're going to have to cut that out. And I'm just using a paring knife, and we'll just dig it out. You want to leave some bread on the edges like that, and then that's where we're going to be stuffing the hamburger right into there. Now we're going to pan fry them. I prefer a cast iron because it gets hot. I've already had it on for a little bit. I keep it at like a 2 to 3. And now I'm going to go ahead and spray it with some grapeseed oil because it has a high heat smoking point. Now we're going to go ahead and start putting the hamburgers on. You like that sizzle, right? That's a good sizzle. That means your pan is nice and hot and ready to go, so you're not going to have so much sticking on your pan. We're going to go ahead and just do 4 because that's all I can fit.
When do you flip? Ah!
So now we're going to go ahead and stuff these breads with the hamburger. And now we're going to take a hamburger. I chose Munster because I love Munster, but you can do any cheese you prefer. This does melt very well as too, so you want to choose a cheese that does melt. Provolone, mozzarella, Havarti, and then you stuff it in there. So, like that. And then you go ahead and do the rest of them. Okay, now that everything is stuffed, you're gonna go ahead and put it all together, and then we're gonna cut it into smaller slices so it's perfect for a party. So I'm just taking the stick of butter and I am just spreading it. I think it's a lot easier than melting it first because it's gonna get melted in the oven once you put it in. Aglio seasoning from Trader Joe's. It's a great garlicky, gives it a little bit spicy. It's great. You can just do garlic if you prefer, but I think this gives it a little bit of extra zing to it. And then now we're going to cut it. Now we're gonna pick it up. We're gonna put it in the foil. And then we are going to go ahead and wrap it, which I did not have enough foil. So we're gonna cheat and put some more foil on top. Don't want that bread to burn. Now we're gonna go ahead and bake it at 350. Already had the oven going. Okay, now we're gonna make the special sauce for the hamburger. We're gonna use, right now I have some sweet relish, and then we're going to use some mayonnaise. And I'm just kind of eyeballing everything. So like a good scoop, it just really kind of depends on, there might be something that you like more. If you like more mayonnaise, add more mayonnaise. If you like more ketchup, add more ketchup. So now we're gonna use ketchup. And I like a little bit more ketchup. Then we're gonna use mustard. And you gotta love the noises mustard makes when you're at that end. All right, now we're gonna stir. Now I'm gonna do a little taste to see if I like it. And I think we should be pretty good now.